What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the weird part of YouTube, aka my channel. So I'm very happy to be posting again. A lot of you have been commenting on my previous videos as well, just to post another new updates. What are the new updates with regards to travel updates? So I posted 2 weeks ago when we had the announcement that for now on there's no going to be any more travel updates. From November 8th onwards, the countries that were banned, which is 33 in this case, can travel freely to the US. Since then, we haven't been seeing any sort of updates. Sure, the other countries like Canada, Australia, last week we saw some sort of traction where they opened up and they gave a very set date saying that from 1st of November or something like that. With regards to US, it still stands still. It's like, early November. Since then, there has been no sort of movement or anything. I've been following up with the White House press secretary as well, all the updates that she has to post every day. Again, there's not much of traction with regards to this, what date is going to be. The only thing is that they're going to announce it very soon. So right now we're heading towards mid-October. So I would just assume that within the end of this week or the next week, which is going to be around 21st of October, we're going to see some sort of movement with regards to that. The reason why October 21st is very important is because they're going to open the Canada border tentatively for travel, which is like through road. Obviously, air travel is still allowed from Canada and Mexico, but obviously through road is still it's still banned, and it's considered as a non-essential activity. So it's essentially open only for essential stuff. So with that, we should see some sort of traction. I guess around that time frame, we should see some sort of date. A lot of people have been discussing, a lot of articles have been discussing that it's going to be 8th of November, which makes perfect sense, but it could also be 1st, which is the first Tuesday. And a lot of things in US happens on a Tuesday because Monday is essentially like, you don't really do on Monday, much on a Monday, so it's going to be Tuesday. But regardless of what date is going to be, it's going to be early November. There have been many articles saying that, this date is going to be delayed further. I don't think so because one, a lot of movement has happened in the last few weeks before they announced, where, we had the Prime Minister of UK, Boris Johnson, a lot of people lobbying for the date. Now we have, our traction saying that, the travel ban is finally getting removed after 18 months for many countries, 33 in this case. So obviously we're going to see no sort of delay with respect to that. But obviously, everyone's anticipating what is going to happen right now. When are we going to get a date? So no such information at the moment. Whatever I said last 2 weeks is still the same right now. So no update for that front. As in when I learn more about it, I'm definitely going to post it. So definitely subscribe and like this video as well. What about the second part of the video, which is regarding embassies? So a lot of people have been asking me about embassies. Me personally, I'm on an H-1B visa. I got my visa stamped, a few years ago in the consulate in Dubai. Obviously, it is pretty easy. You just use a credit card and you're done. But with regards to Indian embassies, you need to do a bank sort of payment. And I'm not very aware of it. It's called Challan. So people actually have to use a bank account and, only then wire to the certain number of, whatever account holder information is there. And then you get to put an account and stuff. You can't use traditional credit card and stuff like that. So at the moment, you're not getting any sort of appointments or any sort of interviews as well, including for fingerprinting as well as for actual appointment. Some people get it in different places, different consulates. If you do get it in different consulates, do mail the consulate as well. If you can put it in the same region, like if you have fingerprinting in one region and another interview in another region, just do mail them saying that you already have an appointment, and try for them to reconsider having it in one consulate instead of two other consulates. So this is with regards to India, but all around the world, getting an appointment is extremely difficult. Again, the priority is obviously non-immigrant visas, and then you have your immigrant visas and everything. So, the priority kind of changes, and obviously the last star is your B1, B2 visas. So obviously, if you want to get a B1, B2 visa and you already haven't gotten it stamped or anything, I would just say that wait for it, and unless it's a super urgent or emergency case, when a family member is sick or you need to take care of them, they're not going to prioritize it just for tourism purpose. So with that, you can sort of expect somewhere around end of January or February for the slots to open. Right now, consulates are slowly opening up, so it is a limited capacity. Another hack that I used before is actually using, going to Canada. If you're already in the US, if you want to go to Canada or Mexico, get your visa stamped and then come back and travel, which is fine. It used to work a lot a few years ago, but right now they're banning third country nationals, as in country nationals who are not a resident of Mexico, Canada, or United States, for them to travel there, for them to stamp there. So if you're a resident of India, if you have an Indian passport or any other passport, to actually go into another country to use its US consulate services is currently frowned upon. There are very few consulates that are actually doing that, but more or less Canada and Mexico are closed for that, which was a very popular choice because again, with respect to India, you have 2 days, you need to go your fingerprinting as well as your interview or on different days, but in other countries you just have to do it on the same day, including Dubai, which was pretty easy. But right now they're only allowing residents who live in the same country or US citizens and residents, like permanent residents. So with that is your embassy information. So I guess patience is key. If you have an appointment already, well and good, but if you don't, just don't try to reschedule it. Just keep it as is. So the moment you lose your appointment, it's going to be very, very difficult, almost impossible to get a new one. So that is with regards to embassy. Do let me know if you want me to do more research on that. I'll definitely do that. But that is up with the travel update. So a lot of people have been asking, what is the best time to travel, whether it's right now or later? I would just say, as much as people hate me preaching about vaccines and stuff, I guess anytime after the travel ban is removed, it's going to be a lot easier. You don't have to quarantine. You don't have to spend a lot of money for that. Again, you just need to show your vaccination, proof that you have gotten vaccinated, fully vaccinated. Again, in a lot of countries, Johnson & Johnson is not widely available, so every country is almost 2 shots. So just get those shots done. Whatever vaccine is available to you, get that. Again, the vaccine sort of information is also not distributed yet, but if you have gotten WHO recommended vaccines, which is 7 of them, well and good. But if you have gotten another vaccine, do consult your physician as well, if you can get the WHO recommended vaccine. If not, just wait for more information. Me personally, what I think is that they're going to have that any sort of report according to the country saying that, if you're fully vaccinated and it's recognized by the country, you should be able to travel. Obviously, you need to get a COVID test as well, 72 hours or 3 days prior to traveling. So that has to be recent, plus you're getting vaccinated. So that is sort of already a requirement, safe requirement that this passenger can travel. If you are unvaccinated and you want to travel, it's going to be very, very risky, as well as they make your life really hard, and that the reason being that you're not vaccinated. So if you're an American citizen who is not vaccinated, you only have 1 day, and you have to show proof that the moment you entered the US, you would get a COVID test, and if you get negative, well and good. If you get positive, you will quarantine safely. So these sort of requirements, they make it a little harder if you're unvaccinated. So if you are looking for options and if you love to travel, I would just say get the shot. So that is up with regards to vaccination, with regards to embassies, and with regards to travel updates. Nothing has changed in the last 2 weeks. And the White House also hasn't been covering much about it. Again, a lot has been going in the country, and discussing about travel updates is the least of anybody's worries at the moment. Seems like it, but there's no sort of update from the earlier discussed date of early November. Me personally, I think it's somewhere going to be around the first 2 weeks, and there's not going to be a delay. If there's going to be a delay, there's going to be huge protests everywhere, and it's going to be very, very tricky politically. So yeah, as and when I get more updates, I'm going to definitely post more about it. Leave them down in the comments as well, what topics you want me to cover about travel updates, embassies, and everything. I have another video coming up about quarantine travel. Well, if you're planning to travel in the next 15 days, what you need to do and what you need to look out for. So definitely subscribe and like this video as well. So till another video, bye!